So Asia opened. We've been dumping for the past couple hours. This is the 60-minute chart. So let's say we open up. There's really nothing below besides S1, S2, S3. But then if we look to the left on the 60-minute chart, what's the next major area below? If I'm looking at this 60-minute chart with the MMT key levels indicator, I'm looking at this area right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels right there. Now look back to the right. Look where price came down to. Right to that level. Right in the middle of all these key levels. Then we just bounced up over 75 points. Right back to S1. Getting a rejection off of S1 right back down. But this setup on the 60-minute chart with the key levels, if you look back to the left, you can find some nice clusters of key levels sometimes. Find some great areas of support and resistance. This 60-minute chart template is available in the MMT templates product. This is part of the simple triple time frame setup. And also, if you own the key levels indicator, there's a template in the key levels WAP user area. It will load these same settings onto your chart, and then you can load a 60-minute chart and then just load a couple weeks worth of data. You'll get the same key levels. But on this chart, I've also got the volume profile, the daily market profile from NINZA. I just signed into the New York open session. A little bit late, it's 9:40, but I did just hop into a little short. We pulled up to yesterday's close, and as we were pulling up, Delta was dropping off. We also had a very big wick on the 5-minute Delta back here, so getting a pullback. Definitely more curious about shorts there. I also looked over at the Delta profile and saw there was some heavier selling in the past at this area, 78, right where we pulled up to. Copy trader is working great. Copying from my Sim account to an Apex account and a Lucid account. I heard back from Take Profit Trader customer service. They said unless I have a video screen recording of the moment that those orders were placed, there's nothing they can really do. I definitely was not video recording while I was logged off and the market was closed. So that seems like a lost cause. I've never had any issues with them in the past. I imagine I probably will not again in the future, but if I do, definitely take that into consideration. Hopefully it was just some random glitch. I told them I've been with them for a long time and promote them as an affiliate. I don't really have any reason to make anything up. Now on the 5-minute chart, on this candle, wicks on both sides, kind of indecisive, been chopping around. This Delta candle has a bigger bottom wick, so we've been popping up here a little bit. Kind of got a no man's land from pre-market high up to yesterday's open in the pivot point. Nice little 100-point vacuum there. But once we get up to 670 to 570, bunch of bigger selling areas, if we make it that far. I logged in a little bit late, so I just checked Forex Factory for the news. Looks like we had some 9:45 news. Maybe that gave it a little pop. We got some big 10 o'clock news coming up. We got some big selling here at whole number in the past. Sell this pop back down to that area. Looking forward to retest right around whole number there. Bada bang, 10 points. Less than 30 seconds. I took that trade because of this strong area of selling on the Delta profile there. It was jutting out right around 605. When I saw us poke above that, got into a short somewhere up here and grabbed 10 points back down to 05 area. Got some divergence on that last candle. This chart on the left, I took the super simple ADX Heikin-Ashi Delta setup that I was showing yesterday, and I made it not quite as simple. I removed the Heikin-Ashi and I threw on the trend and reversal with the ADX dots setting painted as a background. So the background is the ADX now. And the same settings for the trend and reversal with the bar color, except for the bar color, I've got this with an input series of the delta percentage indicator. So this is measuring delta percentage, and that's what's painting the candles. And then I threw on the polarity indicator. So these divergences are from the delta percentage as well. All right, we're coming up to these previous session gamma levels right here. I didn't notice those before. That's an area of interest to me. Take a short there. Got some divergence coming in on the delta percent as well. That is quite a bit of delta on the NQ though. I don't like that. Might not hold this for the full 10 points. I do think we'll get a hold up at yesterday's open in the pivot point area. If not here. Alright, there's my full 10 points. You can see we came up right to this previous session strong gamma level. Purple dash line pretty much to the tick. 70 just dropped off about 20 points. I got my 10. Previous session gamma levels are part of the MMT gamma indicator. They have been quite amazing, honestly. Got just about a minute till the 10 o'clock news, so I'm not going to take any other trades at the moment. We're still getting some holdup in this area. The news just came out. What I've also noticed is that we now have a strong area of buying as well on the delta profile here. So it's kind of a chop fest at the moment. Give it some room to breathe, see what happens. Just grabbed a short looking at this large amount of delta coming in on the 5-minute. We're about 3 minutes into the 5-minute candle. See if we can get this last little push here. There's my 10 points. Big push on the delta. Bunch of divergence building up back here. Cumulative delta trend flow in the 1 minute was bearish. We got an imbalance signal to the downside there. Had a washout signal up here on the 1 minute as well. ADX had turned bearish. The 20 SMA on the 1 minute just held perfectly. Just bounced up 50 points from the 20 SMA. Just grabbed a short here. I'm going to add in if we make it up to the pivot point. We did not. We broke above whole number, but I was looking for it to pull back to whole number. This area is going to be a big area. Yesterday's New York open, yesterday's point of control. Got the pivot point in the middle there. Imagine we're going to get a decent hold up if we make it up this high. So I took my 1 micro short, got filled for another 10 points there. We just been chopping around here. Look at this previous session strong gamma level in the 20 SMA just holding up there. The lower Bollinger Band held here. Got an imbalance signal to the upside. Bullish trend flow on the delta percentage. Bullish ADX. Getting a nice little pop up there. I added the ultimate delta histogram to this chart again. This is the NQ 1 minute. And this is the micro NQ 1 minute. So I can see the delta between the two different 1 minute charts. I got VWAP on both charts in case VWAP is in a different place. VWAP on the NQ is around 527. VWAP on the micro is around 511. 15-point difference there. The 5-minute chart is the regular NQ as well, so I can see the different key levels. Got all the key levels on the right hand side here. Sometimes yesterday's point of control will be a lot different on the NQ versus the MNQ. Just got into a short here. Got my full 10 points. We had a washout signal. This is a washout signal with the stronger settings for the 1 minute chart. Also had some double divergence. We had come up right to this level 20 some minutes ago. Got a little double top there. Just dropped down about 30 points. Grabbed another 10 point short. Just check out all these wicks on the 5-minute candles. Point of control up into these wicks. And then the delta percentage trend flow candles turned bearish. ADX let off the gas, went neutral. Had some single bar divergence there. Cumulative delta started turning bearish. We had over 10 points of room down to the 20 SMA. Got my 10 points short. We're getting a hold up right at the 20 SMA. Same kind of plays every single day. I got a bunch of different things that I'm looking for. When enough of them line up, I take a trade. Up over 70 points on the day. So even though I'm stuck in bitch mode, trading 1 micro, there's always the possibility to scale up. Alright, we're coming up to this pivot point area, and yesterday's New York open, just got a rejection there. See if I can find another trade or two before I go get some breakfast. Grabbed another short for 10 points. I like the looks of this candle. Huge top wick, point of control into the wick. And then as we're pulling back up here, not much delta coming in. Had a big top wick forming on this 5-minute candle. I went in for a short looking for it to retest whole number and the 20 SMA. And that's what happened. Up over 80 points. Did I just take another short for 10 points? Yes, I did. Came right up to yesterday's New York open. We wicked right off of yesterday's New York open. Point of control up into the wick. Single bar divergence. I got in short, looking for a retest of the 20 once again. Got my 10 points in under 30 seconds there. Also on this candle, right here, Sell imbalance to the downside. ADX let off the gas and went neutral. Delta percentage let off the gas and went neutral. Perfect little spot for a mini little reversal there. I'm showing you all the different things that I look for, exactly what I'm looking for when I'm taking these trades. Grabbed one more short in the chop here. I mean, this is pretty ridiculous. Bunch of top wicks, bunch of bottom wicks, just chopping around. I did not stay in the trade for a full 10 points, but I am up over 100 points in both of the accounts today. Gonna call it a day there. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Anyone that's out there using code MonkeyMan is the absolute best. Check out Lucid Trading. There's links in the description for Lucid, as well as all the other prop firms that I trade with. Apex, TradeDay, Tradeify, Take Profit Trader. And if you like the looks of these chart buttons or this daily volume profile, those are over at NINZA Co. Code MonkeyMan gets you an even deeper discount at NINZA Co as well. I wish you best of luck in your trading. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.